Hello, stamping friends. Brenda Hillard here at Create with Brenda. I, again, am Brenda Hillard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located in north central Minnesota. And guess what? Spring has finally arrived. Yay, yay, and yay. So, very happy about that. You know what else has arrived? Look, the new annual catalog by Stampin' Up! So exciting, you guys. Lots of beautiful new product in here. Can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to show you a project today using one of the bundles from the set. I'm going to take down my logo up here. Know that you can go out to createwithbrenda.com, and I have all my new catalogs there. I have the join opportunities, the promotions, Paper Pumpkin. It all can be found at Create with Brenda. So go and check it out. Subscribe to my newsletter. I have lots of fun events every month, both virtual and in person. So check that out. I'm going to move my catalog out of the way for a moment here. Speaking of my catalog, if you have not received the paper copy of the catalog and you would like one, please look down below and you will see the link that you can request a catalog from me. I do ask, though, that if you have a current active demonstrator that you work with, please request one from them. But I am happy to send out a complimentary catalog to you should you not have a catalog yet. All right. So you can see my host code, my monthly host code right here. Every month I offer a host code gift. This month, when you place I believe if you place I think it's $75, it is $75 qualifying product order with me, I will send you a surprise package of one of the new embellishments from the catalog. The reason it was is a surprise, and I'm not announcing what it is just because our supply chain disruptions. I want to make sure that I can just get that out to you, that I don't promise you one specific thing and then I can't get it and I can't send it out. So anyway, you will receive one of the new embellishments from the catalog. All right, I'm going to move this up to the top. And let's get started with our project. So what I have for us today is this fun little ditty. You guys, my husband used to brew a lot of beer. He's got some health issues that have kind of slowed that little train down. But I love this with the growler, the little hop, the foaming mug of beer. You'll see that I made it shiny. Yeah, that's a little trick that I saw on Simply Simple Stamping, how to make shiny, and it just makes that beer mug look like it's real. I used a little of the sentiment and sentiment strips from a new bundle in the catalog as well. And then when you open it, it's got the sentiment that comes from Whiskey Business, which carried over from the annual catalog last year. So fun stuff. Let's get started. I want to show you the products. So the bundle, the main bundle that I used for this project is this Brewed for You. It comes with a set of 14 dies and the stamp set. I love that you can stamp the foam, die cut the foam. And I use the small one here. I'm going to take them out. So I used the mug. Whoops. I used the growler, the hop, these 3 little leaves. Let me tell you the story about my 3 little leaves. So I lost one of them yesterday in the mid project. Talk about a great way to get your craft room cleaned up. Lose a little die like this. I mean, my counters are clean, my floor is clean, my Shelves are clean, everything. It was amazing. It was a good day for putting it together. All right. The other thing I told you I used is this sentiment, cheers to you, and this comes from Whiskey Business. This one, like I said, was a carryover from the last annual catalog. And then I also used the Sending Smiles bundle. And is what I used out of here was the stamp Birthday Wishes. And I love these little strip dies. I have a really fun card that I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks with the strip dies. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe down below. You won't want to miss them. All right. So those are the products that I have. The other thing included on this is the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. These are really cool. These are part of the He's the Man suite, and you can order them individually. So those are going to go on our project along with the linen thread. I used just a small piece of our linen thread to tie the hop and the leaves onto the growler. All right. So I'll show you what I've got here for parts. Man, I have a lot of stuff out. All right. So let's do this. I have a standard card base. This measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And the color cardstock I chose is Sahara Sand. Okay. So I should back up just a little bit. The designer series paper that I'm going to use comes from the He's the Man suite too. This paper is gorgeous. And the one I chose to use is this one. So when you look at my paper samples, this is the front of the paper, the back of the paper. And I think you can see the plaids on here, but I'm not sure. And then of course, these are the coordinating colors. But this paper is really, really cool. But as you can see, normally there are 6 sheets, double-sided designs. This one, there's only 5, and you get 2 sheets of die cuts. They're really quite cool, and there'll be lots more coming with that. So like I said, stay tuned because there's lots of good stuff coming. All right. What else do I have in my little box of tricks here? I have 2 pieces that measure 3 inches by 4 inches. One is Early Espresso, and then the other is the designer series paper. Now for this one, for whatever reason, you can see the print on the back much better than on my sample. I have die cut one of the growlers, and I had die cut, well, I have this one ready because I wanted to respect your time. I have one of the strips already die cut. There was lots of die cutting here, as you can see. And then I have one of the hops and 2, 3 of the leaves. And then this is that little foaming piece for on our beer mug. Okay. So let me show you how I did this. Is what I have is my Stamparatus. And I have this set up. Oh, did you see that?
Motion detected at the basement entry.
I have this set up so that the growler can fit right in there like a puzzle piece. And is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cover from my Versamark and put it right underneath. I can ink this up using Versamark. I'm going to stamp it right down onto my growler.
Motion detected at the basement entry.
And it sounds like somebody's at my door. But we're going to ignore it and hopefully it goes away. All right. So is what I have now is this fun little outline of the bottle for the growler, okay? And then you can see that I have a scrap of basic white, and I have my beer mug mounted on my block. And I'm just going to use my Memento black ink. I'm going to ink this up, moving it around on my stamp pad so I get a good coating of ink. I'm going to stamp just like that. I'm going to take my filler for my beer mug and using crushed curry, I felt like that gave me the best, kind of the amber color or golden color I was looking for my beer. Stamp that on there. So there we have it. Cute, right? If you're a beer fan, this set, this little bundle is adorable. Okay, so then is what I did. Remember I told you I made the beer mug shiny. So the trick to that is you take and put a piece of packing tape of all things over your beer mug to cover it, okay? And then we're going to bring in our die cutting machine. And I could have brought in my mini, but I guess I just thought of that now and brought the big one. But I'm just going to, I have a piece of repositional tape on there, repositionable. Just like that. And I'm going to roll it through. Oh gosh, too much stuff in front of me here. Sorry about that. Let's see. I love how this packing tape works on there. And like I said, that idea came straight from Connie Stewart at Simply Simple Stamping. But I have like a ton of things I want to use this for. So I think there, you can see the shiny, so it looks like a glass. Let me get this out of my way. All right. So we have our beer mug. And then I told you I had stamped that little frothy foam. I stamped it with Memento and I die cut it. So is what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take a mini glue dot and my take your pick tool and I'm going to add that right to the top of my beer mug there. And then I can put this kind of, see, I don't want my little sticky glue dot showing below it. So I can put this right at the top of my beer mug. How cool is that? I just love how this looks. All right, then I'm going to take a dimensional. You guys, like I told you, I cleaned my stamping area yesterday. And now that it's clean and organized, like, I feel like I can't find anything, but here we go. I have some dimensionals here. And is what I'm going to do is just take a big one and put it right here at the top to kind of help hold that foam in place, and one down here at the bottom. Then I'm going to take my growler, and remember I just stamped that with the Versamark to get the lines for the growler on there. I'm going to take a little bit of my linen thread, and this part is putsy, I will not lie. However, I think when you see our finished product, you'll agree that this really kind of makes it. So is what I did is I put the ends together and I took the loop at the bottom and my little top is missing. All right, let's find where it went. Hopefully not far. Why, you guys? Why when you do videos? So I've got my 3 little leaves. All right. All right. Wants to play stubborn? We'll just cut another one. It's no big deal and they're super easy. Let me just grab a piece of old olive and got my stamp and cut and emboss right here. So we'll just roll that through and voila. We have another. And this is so not funny. Oh well. What can you do, right? Laugh. So here's our die back and here's our little hop. So is what I'm going to do. Let's carry on, carry on. I have one piece that didn't come out of there. All right. So I'm going to take my little loop from my linen thread and I'm going to push it through the front of my top and then just make a little slip knot. And when I pull this up, I want to center it over. There's that little stem on the hop. So now it's attached like that. So now is what I can do is split these and I'm going to put one through the handle on the growler. I'm going to hold it in place about where I want it. And then I can just tie a knot. Just like that. And what's going to happen there is that knot is going to allow my hop label here just to dangle on the growler. Okay. We're going to take another blue dot and I'm going to put one right here on the front by the knot. And then we can pick up our leaves. I'm just going to add those for a little more embellishment. And that one glue dot is really big enough to hold it in place. I think that looks super cute on there. All right. We are closing in. I want to stamp the birthday wishes on my label here that I cut from the Sending Smiles. And I am going to be using soft suede ink for my birthday wishes sentiment there. I'm just going to ink this up, moving it around on my ink pad again to get that good even coating. And then I'm just going to center it and push down. Give the ink just a minute to transfer. And there we have our birthday wishes. Now, while I have my ink out, I'm going to bring in my card base. And on the inside, I want to use this sentiment that says, "Cheers to you." And again, this is from the Whiskey Business that carried over. I'm going to press down. I like to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I can lift, and there's my inside sentiment. All right, so let's bring in our 2 pieces. Remember, 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of the early espresso cardstock. I'm going to lay that down at an angle. Angles don't matter. You just want to make sure that they're overlapping. I'm just going to take my bone folder and kind of go over this. It just helps spread out the glue underneath so that I don't get any funny lumps or bumps when it dries. I'm going to do the same thing, adding a light amount of liquid glue to our designer series paper. I'm just going to add that at an angle here. And again, I'll just spread out my glue so it's nice and even using the bone folder. I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back of our growler. Just like that. And I'm going to put that right in here at an angle. I'm going to take the backing off from our dimensionals on our beer mug, our shiny beer mug, mind you. And I'm going to put that right in here, just like that. And then on the birthday wishes, I want to add some mini dimensionals just to help support our little banner there. Right. And I'm going to put that right across the bottom here, bottom of our jug, bottom of our mug. Here we have it. And then remember these adorable little rustic metallic adhesive back dots? Well, the end of our banner is going to get, they come in 2 sizes. So there's a bigger and a small. I decided to use the small. And I'm just going to put one of those on each end of our banner. I felt like those helped bring in these little dots in our background paper. And they kept it very masculine looking. So that's my project for today. I hope you'll enjoy it. You've enjoyed it. And is what I really hope is that you'll give this shiny packing material a try, or packing tape layer a try. It's very, very cool. And it looks really, really pretty on flowers too. And can you see this? You see that little foam from the beer mug? I just love it. It looks so real. So there's cheers to you. All right, guys, until next time. See ya.